Al Sharpton's half-brother Pastor Kenneth Sharpton Glasgow recently participated in an anti-gun march. One day later, the cops showed up with a shocking surprise for him that has rocked the civil rights community. How could this happen? According to Daily Caller, Glasgow participated in an anti-gun protest in Dothan, Alabama, on Saturday, March 24, 2018. One day later, officers from the Dothan Police Department arrested the 52-year-old pastor in connection with the shooting death of 23-year-old Brunya Jennings. According to local news source WKRG, Rev. Al Sharpton's half-brother was arrested and charged with capital murder on Sunday, March 25, 2018. How ironic for Glasgow, who has in the past represented himself as a peaceful civil rights leader for blacks in America, to be arrested for murder one day after he marched in the anti-gun protest. In addition to Glasgow, Dothan police arrested 26-year-old Jamie Towns, who is suspected of pulling the trigger. According to Dothan Police Chief Steve Parrish, Glasgow, who is an ex-convict, was driving the vehicle that he and Towns occupied when Towns shot at Jennings multiple times in the vehicle she had been driving. Instead of him notifying law enforcement, he took matters in his own hands and jumped in Mr. Glasgow's vehicle to find Brunya Jennings, said Chief Parrish. Although police do not believe Glasgow was the triggerman, he is being charged with murder under Alabama's aiding and abetting law. Twitter user Thigamesrig posted a tweet about Glasgow's arrest, writing, 36 hours from leading anti-gun violence rally to capital murder charges. Reverend Kenneth Sharpton Glasgow is the brother of well-known activist Reverend Al Sharpton. The Washington Examiner reported that Jennings had allegedly stolen a vehicle belonging to Towns, which caused Glasgow and Towns to go looking for her. Towns allegedly shot Jennings in the head, killing her. Dothan police were investigating a suspicious vehicle parked at Stringer Street A. M.E. Church when they discovered Jennings' body. The shooting occurred late Sunday night. I do not know where he was prior to the incident. It has been reported by several local outlets that he attended a similar event on Saturday, a police spokesman told the Washington Examiner. Sharpton and Glasgow have joined up together in the past for civil rights protests, including one in 2013 after the murder of Trayvon Martin in Florida. Glasgow reportedly started a ministry called the Ordinary People Society. His organization participated in a Saturday anti-gun march in Dothan, one day before he was arrested by police. Glasgow appears in a photograph on his website with failed 2016 presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. The website claims that Glasgow's organization provides a continuum of unconditional acceptance and care to individuals and their families who suffer the effects of drug addiction, mass incarceration, homelessness, poverty, unemployment, hunger and illness without regard to race, sex, creed, color, religion or social status. It hurts Glasgow's reputation as a civil rights leader and minister to allegedly drive an armed thug around looking for a stolen vehicle and then be present when the armed thug shoots a woman in the head. Whether or not Glasgow planned for things to happen the way that they did, he still bears some responsibility in the brutal shooting death of Jennings. I wonder when the Black Lives Matter protesters will start rioting in Dothan over the shooting death of Jennings. I can't imagine they are all getting ready to go out and wreak havoc on the streets as we speak because, in reality, they don't care about crimes committed by black people unless that person is a cop, since they do care about defending criminals who find themselves in often life-ending situations with the police. In a Twitter post, Kira Lerner, who claims to have spent time with Glasgow before the recent Alabama special election, wrote, Rev. Kenneth Glasgow, an Alabama pastor and civil rights leader who I spent time with ahead of the Alabama special election, has been charged with capital murder. I think it's time for America to see Black Lives Matter, people like Al Sharpton and his brother Kenneth Glasgow, and the anti-gun crowd for what they really are, hypocrites. If they truly cared about black people, gun violence, and murders in which guns are used, they would show up and protest in cases like this. I guess there is a bit of a conflict of interest for them since Glasgow is one of the accused. Kenneth Glasgow obviously demonstrated some very bad judgment. It doesn't appear that he ran to the police after Jamie Towns murdered Brunia Jennings. Instead, he hypocritically participated in a rally to disarm innocent Americans. If he was so interested in disarming, perhaps he should have started with Towns. Although the investigation is still underway and people are innocent until proven guilty, things don't look good for Glasgow.